Hiya, hiya. It's your Reynolds Wrap, and I'm doing this while I'm driving because it's President's Day and there's no one on the highway. People are going exceptionally fast on the FDR Drive in New York City. Why are they doing this? Because they can. And we're driving quickly because there's no traffic in front of us. Usually it's bumper to bumper. I'd love to see this on the 405 in Los Angeles. That's usually a parking lot, they call it. I was next to a weather forecaster who was very famous back in the day in LA when I was on the radio there. And I was driving from Calabasas, where I lived, which was a dirt road, incidentally, back then. And I drove to LA, to Hollywood, and next to me was the weatherman on Channel 7. And the traffic was so bad that he had a plate of food on his lap with a fork and eating his breakfast. That's how slow moving it was. He's lucky he made it for the nighttime weather forecast, and that was in the morning. So here we are driving on President's Day and wondering if it's free parking. The answer is no. They have to raise money for New York. They find ways to make money. The city is going broke. That's because we hire a lot of people. We have to hire them, otherwise they're going to be criminals. And we don't like these criminals, for some reason. We make them congressmen and senators. We have to give them something to do. What do they call these guys that do this? I think SWAT members. You know what SWAT was? What is SWAT? That's the organization from NASA. The National Space Agency has a SWAT team. Do you know what that is? It's Special Watch and Tactical Unit, something like that. I don't know. I don't know diddly SWAT, but who does? I'm having a new television show, and Jay Sorensen and I are together, and he's making fun of my voice. I said, Jay, I have a wonderful mellifluous tone voice. But the day that I was recording was with my iPhone, and the iPhone doesn't pick up the voice like a studio microphone. So today I'm driving over all these potholes, which are making a lot of noise and shaking me around, and I have a microphone, and so it's going to ruin my voice. Oh man, this is a tough road. Well, that's the first line, and the road less traveled by. It says, life is tough, so get over it. I think we are having a good life right now because of the electronics, and we're having a bad life because we don't have any money. Ryan Seacrest just left his show. They fired him at ABC, I think, because it costs money. He's making $10 million a year. Wouldn't you like to have his unemployment check? They decided they're going to let people go at Disney because the old Disney administration is back in office. They were doing a lot of money, making great movies and great money, and then all of a sudden it got frozen, which was one of their movies. Speaking of frozen, I think that's where Walt Disney is. He's on ice. They have him on ice. He's no, not in Buffalo. No, he's frozen. They're gonna thaw him out one day, and he's gonna come back and kick everybody's ass on the board of directors. That's what's going to happen. The Disney people, when they say Disney on Ice and it goes across the country, that's a show. That's not Walt's body. So today is Jimmy Carter Day, President's Day, the best living president. He's the oldest one we have. And also he was really so good, such a kind king. And what I liked about him was Ronald Reagan. Why? Because Ronald Reagan and he debated when he was running for office. He was going for re-election, and Ronald Reagan was going for election. And they were both together on national television debating. And I think what happened was Ronald Reagan said something about, there he goes again. Yeah, that Jimmy Carter's making statements about the government, and Ronald Reagan was like a teacher going, there you go again. Never forgot that. But comedy comes in strange forms, and also it's individual. People laugh at things. I was one of those guys in the theater going to Broadway shows when I had the big show on WOR, and I would go to all the Broadway shows. I would go to the opening of an envelope in those days. So here I am in the audience, and the actors always told me when I met with them later, they said, we knew you were there because we could hear your laugh. I had that special laugh, which was mine. And I'd laugh at the wrong places. That's how they knew me. Hey, if you want to be noticed in life, laugh at all the wrong places. You don't want to laugh at a funeral. Some people are really stupid. They'll do that. I should bring that up. I went to a funeral home with a salad bar. This is not good. Is my voice, am I raspy, Jay? Jay's worried about my voice. When you get older, your voice changes. I remember when Wayne Newton sounded like this. Danke Shane. And my voice is always changing because I'm changing. You know, I have to change to keep with it. I have to change to keep alive. And I have to change because nobody liked me where I was. That's why. Like I told everyone, I used to wear the mask, not because of the pandemic. It's just out of sheer ugliness. That's all. Is it a wrap? Is my voice okay, Jay? To clear my throat and clear the auditorium, too. Am I getting older, Jay? Yeah? Really? So are you, buddy. It's a Reynolds wrap.